All right. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Monica. Let's get started in a comfortable seat. Today I'm sitting up on a folded up blanket. You can sit on a pillow, a blanket, a block, maybe even in a chair or on your couch for the first few minutes of class just to get settled in. And just start to notice the breath. Drop in, letting go of your day so far, letting go of getting here. Make any last minute movements you need to make just to get settled. And then start to drop into the breath. Noticing your inhales and your exhales. You can close your eyes if that feels good, or softly direct your gaze downward. With every inhale, see if you can sit up a little bit taller. And with every exhale, let your shoulders melt down away from your ears. Letting the heart rise towards the chin, letting the chin bow slightly towards the heart, helping to elongate the back of the neck. Just notice. Maybe you notice some sensations in the body, maybe some warmth, tingling, coolness. Maybe you do a body scan, starting by bringing your awareness to wherever you're making contact with your seat, and then slowly bringing that awareness upwards, all the way through the crown of your head. And then go ahead and exhale everything out of the body. Take a deep inhale, fill up. Open your mouth, let it go. One more time. Fill up something you're holding on to. Open your mouth, let it go. And then all together, let's inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going with your own breath at your own pace. Maybe you lengthen the count to 7 or 10, or you can leave it right at 5. With the goal of cultivating a long and even breath throughout your practice. When you're ready, maybe you flutter the eyes open, blinking really big a couple of times. Maybe you look out to one side or the other with just your eyes, up and down, maybe around slowly in a circle in one direction and then the other. Maybe you drop one ear to one shoulder and the other. Maybe when you get your right ear to your right shoulder, you take an inhale. And as you exhale, slowly roll your chin towards your chest. Eventually, bringing the other ear to the other shoulder, taking an inhale there. Exhale to roll. Maybe when you get to one side, you gently nod or shake your head. Just kind of keep going, noticing how it feels, noticing what the body needs, what it's asking for. And you can look over the shoulder and the other shoulder. Maybe you roll the shoulders a little, circling them. And start to move with the breath. So inhaling them up and forward, exhaling them down and back. Inhaling up and forward, exhale down and back. Maybe you get the shoulders and the elbows moving together. Maybe you reach the arms out if that feels good. Inhaling up and forward, exhale down and back. Inhale up and forward, exhaling down and back. Maybe just one arm, inhaling it up and forward, looking over the shoulder, circling, twisting through the spine. And the other side, inhale up And forward, exhale, down and back, looking over the shoulder. One more on each side. Nice, and then shake the hands out. Maybe you make some fists and roll the wrists just to warm the wrists up. Going both directions, maybe open the hands and close the hands. Open, make a fist. Maybe you go one finger at a time. Maybe you combine the two movements together, kind of bending at the base of the fingers, one direction and then the other. And then shake it out. Inhale, reach the arms nice and tall. Take the left wrist in the right hand. Press the palms up and away, tucking the belly button to the spine just to support the low back. And then the other wrist in the other hand, pressing up and away in the other direction, pressing that belly button to the spine, stretching through the side body. And then inhale, reach the arms, wiggle the fingers. Exhale, slowly sweep the hands down and back behind you. See if you can interlace the fingers. Maybe the hands come together easily, maybe not so much today. You can always grab like a towel or a sock or a bandana or a strap. And then if the arms straighten, great. If not, also great. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe the hands come up off the tail, maybe they don't. You can tip side to side. Just let the head hang down, even if it doesn't reach the floor. And then keep the hands clasped. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, release. Shake it out. All right, inhale, reach the arms nice and wide. Fingertips are out to the sides, and then bring the right arm underneath the left arm. First, just stack the elbows, give yourself a hug. And then if that feels good, maybe you bring the forearms back to back. You can stay here or you can stay here. If you want to, you can start to work the palm towards the palm, but it's not necessary. You'll get the same stretch. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, push the elbows away from you. So you're making this space in between your elbows and your heart. Feeling the space you're creating on the back of the body. So you're making space in between the shoulder blades, stretching there. One more time, inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, push the elbows away as you round the upper back. When you're ready, gently release. Inhale, reaching the arms back out to the sides. Exhale, switch it out. This time, left arm comes underneath, or whichever one you didn't do before. So first, give yourself a hug, and then you can just stay here, or you can start to bring the backs of the forearms together, or you can reach the palm towards the palm. Again, pick whichever version works the best for you and is actually comfortable. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, push the elbows away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push the elbows away, rounding the upper back. Inhale, reach the arms nice and wide, and then bring the fingertips behind you. The fingers are going to face forward, and then, or you can turn them to the back, actually, whichever feels better. And then lift the heart. So you're inhaling, reaching, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and you can drop the chin just to protect the back of the neck, and then release. Shake it out. Inhale, reach the arms up, sweep them up. Exhale, let's twist to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee, right hand comes behind you. With every inhale, see if you can sit up just a little bit taller. Send those shoulder blades down the back. And with every exhale, twisting, starting from the belly button, and then working your way to the chest and the shoulders. Breathing here. It's a gentle twist. It's our first twist. Take your time. Let the shoulders draw down the back. Imagine there's weights on the bottom points of your shoulder blades. When you're ready, inhale, come through center, arms reach nice and tall. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand on the left knee, left hand behind you. Again, with every inhale, we're sitting up just a little bit taller. With every exhale, gently twisting, starting from the belly button, working your way up, breathing here. And again, remember those shoulder blades, send them down the back. Couple of breaths. When you're ready, inhale, come through center, arms reach. On your exhale, we're going to forward fold. I'm going to turn to the side. You can stay right where you are. Go ahead and spider crawl the fingertips away from you. Lift the wrist, tenting the fingers. Inhale, come part way up with a flat back. Exhale, softening down. Keep those wrists high. Press through those fingertips. Let the head hang down. As you press through those fingertips, you might feel a stretch in the tops of your shoulders, maybe the backs of the arms, maybe even in the muscles around the ribs. Breathing here and just letting the head be heavy. On your next exhale, press your hands down into the mat, gently walking your way up to your seat. Switch which leg is on top or in front. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, forward fold. This side's going to feel a little bit different probably. Press those hands down into the mat, kind of suction cupping the hands. On your inhale, lengthen the spine so you're reaching the heart forward. Exhale, softening down. Let that head come down. Now, with every inhale, imagine your heart is walking one little tiny step forward. And with every exhale, you're softening through that hip crease, just kind of folding in half gently, breathing here. Don't forget to breathe, noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. On your next exhale, press those hands down into the mat, gently walking your way up to your seat. Roll the shoulders back. Reach your right leg out to the side. If you want to, you can remove whatever you're sitting on, or you can keep it underneath the seat, whatever feels better. And then tuck the left foot in. If you're feeling open in the hips today, you can leave a little gap between your foot and your thigh, or you can tuck it in, whatever feels good. But keep your knee and your toes both pointing towards the sky. Take that right hand, bring it inside the right leg. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Press your belly button back to your spine just a little, again, protecting that low back. And then maybe you just fold a little bit, or maybe you fold a little bit more, or maybe you fold a lot. But just find where you feel the stretch in your leg. As soon as you feel the stretch in the inner thigh, that's the sweet spot. Breathe there and reach that arm like you're trying to grab the opposite top corner of the wall away from you. Like, you know what I mean? Other wall. Reach, 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 reach. Take an inhale, pressing that arm into the leg so you can steer the elbow open and feel a little more stretch in that inner thigh. And then on your exhale, come on up. Turn your hips and your torso towards that extended leg. So you'll need to adjust your seat. So your hip bones are both pointing towards the leg, heart, belly button, shoulders, all towards that extended leg. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, bring them close down right in front of you. You don't have to go very far just yet. Roll those shoulders back, and then leading with the heart, you're going to walk your hands maybe a step or two, maybe more. And then just find that spot where you feel the stretch, where you feel the resistance, and you can stay here. If you want to, you can take your left hand, bring it over your thigh or your shin or your ankle or your foot, anywhere but your knee, and use that to kind of turn this opposite shoulder towards your knee. Breathing. So we're really folding. Feel your torso kind of folding over that straightened leg, even if you're nowhere near the straightened leg just yet. Keep those shoulders rolled back. Keep that heart reaching, crown of the head reaching. And then on your next exhale, slowly walk your hands out to the middle. Bend the elbows as you fold. Breathing. Keep sending those shoulders down the back. The hands can be really close and you just bend your elbows. And then press the hands down, walk your way up to your seat. And then we're going to switch out legs. So other leg comes out to the side. And again, you can leave that gap between your foot and your thigh if you want a little more intensity, or you can tuck it in. Knees are towards the sky, toes are towards the sky. Left hand comes inside the left leg. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Belly button is pressed to the spine. And on your exhale, side fold. Maybe a little fold, maybe a big fold. Maybe the side feels different and needs something different. Again, press that left hand into that left leg. So we're steering that right elbow. And what I mean is we're just really like pointing that elbow to the ceiling so that this space on the heart and the kind of collarbones can be open. They don't cave in. Breathing. Couple of breaths. And then again, like you're trying to reach up out of this hip socket, like you're stretching up to grab that top corner of the room. And then come on up. Turn your whole body towards your extended legs. So again, if there's headlights on your hip bones, they're pointing right at that foot. Belly button, chest, shoulders, all pointing towards the long leg. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come nice and close down in front of you. Roll the shoulders back. And then again, leading with the heart, walk the hands out. 1 step, 2 steps, maybe more. And you can just stay here, breathing, stretching into this hamstring. Keep those shoulders down the back like there's those weights pulling the shoulder blades down the back. Breathing here. You can take that right hand, bring it over the thigh, shin, ankle, foot, anywhere but the knee. And again, using it to really turn the right shoulder towards the left knee. So we're really folding, if I lift my arm, we're really folding over that long leg. Deep breaths. So we're getting into all of the hamstrings here. And then on your next exhale, gently walk your hands out center. They can be really close to the body or a little further away. There's no need to reach all the way across, just where it's comfortable so that you can roll the shoulders back and then fold. Again, we're reaching with the heart, reaching with the crown of the head. If you start pointing with your chin out into space, drop it just a little. Breathing. When you're ready, gently press into the floor, walk your way up to your seat, scoop that knee from underneath, come into cross legs, rock forward, plant the hands, and make your way into a tabletop position. Hip is over the knee, shoulders over the wrist. If this hurts your wrist, turn your hands out to the sides a little bit or a lot. And we'll do some cat-cows. On your inhale, drop the belly, look up, tail comes up, head comes up. On the exhale, press the floor away, round the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, looking up. Exhale, press the floor away, tuck the navel to the spine. Keep going here. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe you keep going with the cat-cows. Maybe you make some circles with your hip and your head. Maybe you make some S shapes. Just kind of get into it. Let it be yours. Let it be a little weird. And just kind of stretching, noticing the breath, trying to link the breath with the movement. And then find a neutral spine, so nice long spine. And then go ahead and inhale, reach the right toes to the back of the mat and just walk the hands forward just for a quick calf stretch, pressing the front of the mat away. And then when you're ready, switch it out. Left toes to the back of the mat, press the front of the mat away. And then come back center. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips for your first downward facing dog of the day. Go ahead and pedal it out, walk it out, shimmy it out, shake it out. Just kind of get into it. Press down through all the knuckles of all your fingers. Knees can stay bent for sure. And then wrap the upper arm bones out and down, almost like you're trying to bring your armpits together in front of you, like a clap. Breathe here. Pressing the floor away, plugging the shoulders into the sockets, lifting. Take an inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. Inhale, bend both knees, look up between the thumbs, tippy toe to the top of the mat. Hang heavy in a forward fold when you get there. Knees can stay bent for sure. Maybe you grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. Just kind of let the head hang heavy. And then let the hands melt to the floor. Keep a bend in the knees, press to the feet, roll to stand. Finding your mountain pose when you get to the top. So your feet are hips width distance apart. They're making the number 11. Rooting down through all four corners of each foot and feeling that energy come up, 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 lifting the heart. And then arms are relaxed by the sides. Take an inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. One more time, inhale. Let it go. When you're ready, inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, palms press at the top. Exhale, dive down, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank pose. Take an inhale and plank. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Okay, we're trying something a little different today. So if you have blocks with you, great. You can also use rolled up blankets or towels, kind of grip, whatever is clever. Just have them close by in case you want them. So you can grab them if you need to. And we're going to do our Santana flow. If you've done this one with me before, you'll be familiar. If not, we'll take it slow for the first time just to get into it. So when you're ready, from your down dog, inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it between the hands. So you're going to stay on the ball of your back foot. This right arm, inhale, sweep it. We're circling like we're swimming forward, making a big circle, and then it's going to land inside the front foot. So you're almost in a lizard variation. All right. Seal your back, heel down, and then this left arm circling just like you're swimming, just like we were before, and you can bring the blocks under your hands if the floor feels far away. So we're making that circle, and then that circle is going to draw us to the middle of the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Toes in, heels out. And again, blocks here, or whatever you've got, shoes, whatever's going to bring the floor closer to you is going to be your best friend here. All right, now we're going to make our way to the back of the mat, just reversing the movements we just did. So your left toes are going to point to the front of the mat, bending that left knee. I'm going to plant this left hand, and I'm going to circle my right hand up over my head like I'm swimming, coming onto the ball of the back foot. So there's some pivoting happening. Now both hands are inside the left foot. Take that left arm, circle it like I'm swimming, and land it outside the foot. Now we're in our low lunge. Plant the hands, inhale the left leg up and back, and then set it down. Now we're in our starting position facing the other way. So we're going to do the same thing, same leg. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring it between the hands. You can grab your blocks here. I'll do it with the blocks so you can see what it looks like. Left hand's going to circle, inhaling. And as you exhale, bring it inside the front foot, lizard variation. Seal the back heel down, right arm circles, inhale. Exhale, bringing it down to the center, walking the hands in the middle. Toes in, heels out, wide-legged forward fold. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. You can bring your hands to the floor, to your blocks, to the couch, to whatever you want. When you're ready, come back up onto your hands. We're going to make our way back to the front of the mat. Right toes are going to point to the front of the mat. Knee bends. Right arm comes inside. Left arm circles, inhaling up overhead. Exhale, pivoting on the ball of the back foot. Both hands inside the front foot. You're in your lizard variation. Right hand circles, inhale. Exhale, bring it outside the front foot. So your hands are framing the front foot. We're in our low lunge. And then inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale, set it down. Bring the knees down, hips back. Child's pose. Take a breather. Maybe the knees are as wide as the mat with the toes touching. Maybe the shins are parallel. Maybe the shins are touching. You can also bring a blanket underneath your seat on top of your calves just to lessen the bend in the knees, or you can pad your knees. Just take a few breaths here. When you're ready, we're going to do it one more time. So plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And see if you can keep your belly button pressed back to your spine just a little bit as you circle your arms. And if this hurts your low back, come up out of the pose as you're circling. I'll show you what I mean. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it between the hands. Maybe you grab your blocks. So as I'm circling my right arm, I'm going to lift my hips. Inhale. I'm looking over the shoulder, just like I'm swimming, landing it inside the foot. Next arm circles. Left hand's going to circle. So lift the hips. Inhale, looking over the shoulder. Exhale. Sweep it to the center. Walk the blocks inside. Belly button's pressed back to the spine. Outside edges of the feet are carving into the mat. Maybe you bring the hands out beside you or behind you, starting to work the crown of the head towards the floor, or you can bring them out in front of you for a deeper stretch, or you can keep them on your props. Whatever you've got at home, like I said, will work. All right, so we're gonna do the other side. So left toes to the back of the mat. Left hand comes inside the left foot. Inhale, lift the hips, swimming, circling, looking over the shoulder with the right arm, coming onto the ball of the back foot. You're in your lizard pose. Left arm's gonna circle. Inhale, lift the hips, belly buttons press back to the spine to protect the low back. Land it outside the foot. Hands come to frame the front foot. You're in your low lunge. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, set it down. You can take a flow here. You can hang out in child's pose, or you can just skip it and hang out in your down dog, because we're going to go back to the other side of the mat. So in this practice, there is no front of the mat. There is no side of the mat. It's one big circle. All right, reverse it when you're ready. So the same thing. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring it between the hands. If it doesn't make it up there, move it up there yourself. I'm going to grab my blocks. Left arm circles. Inhale, lift through the hips, belly button to the spine. Looking over the shoulder, land inside the foot. Seal the back heel down. Right arm circles, lift the hips, belly button to the spine, looking over, and then walking it to the center like stilts. This time, toes out, heels in, and then we're going to come up for goddess pose. Just switch it up a little. And this goddess pose doesn't have to be static. You can kind of move into it. You can bring the hands to the knees if that feels good, or the forearms. Breathing here, pressing the knees out behind you like you're trying to put them on the wall. Tailbone towards the floor, belly button to the spine. One deep breath. When you come down, bring your hands to your blocks or to the floor, toes in, heels out. Walk yourself towards the right side of the mat, the front of the mat, the first side. Right toes to the back of the mat. Plant that right hand inside, lifting. Inhale, left arm circles. Exhale, roll onto the ball of the back foot, lizard pose. Inhale, right arm circles, lifting the hips, belly button to the spine. Exhale into your lunge. When you're ready, plant the hands. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, set it down. Breathing here, you can take a flow. You can hang out in your down dog, child's pose, plank it, skip it, wherever you want. All right, inhale, bend both knees, look up between the thumbs, hop all the way to your seat. Okay, I really wanted to get into some hip openers, so let's do it. So now that we're kind of warmed up, hip sockets are primed, go ahead and grab something, blanket, sweatshirt, pillow, just a little lift. If you're feeling tight in the hips, if all of that was a lot, this is going to be your best friend. It's going to help you get the same stretch with less torture. So grab whatever you want. If you want to sit on it, or just have it nearby in case you decide that you need it later. No big deal. Okay, so you're going to take your right shin. So now I'm whichever one's the right shin, and you're going to bring it parallel with the front of the mat. So it's far away from you. It's not like as if you're going to sit with your legs crossed. Go ahead and bring it further away and really flex this bottom foot. So this pointed, this is flex, pointed, flex. We're going to flex it, and you're going to make sure that that's really flexed to protect your knee. Take your left leg. This is where it becomes interesting, and bring it on top of the right knee. If you're already like, what? And your foot is really far away from your knee, that's your cue to sit on something, pillow, blanket, block, bolster, couch, chair, whatever you want. So ankles above the knee, knee is right above the ankle, or like even if the knee is hovering somewhere in space, that's fine. You can grab a pillow and put it underneath. When you look down, your top shin should be covering your bottom shin somewhat. So if you can really see the bottom shin, like if it's poking out, when you look down, you probably need to move it further away from you. And when you look down, there's some kind of a triangle shape. Doesn't have to be a perfect triangle. So you can stay here. You can grab a prop, put it under your knee or your other foot if you want more torque, or under here if your knees are really high. You can sit on something, and we're just going to hang here. And if you want to do the arms of this pose, you can. I had to think about it for a second. Reach whatever knee is on top. It's going to be the same side arm is going to come out. So this is your left. Flip that palm up to the ceiling. Give yourself a pat on the back. Take your other arm. Bring it to that elbow. Make sure you can breathe. You can stay here. Just press this this first elbow down. Breathing. Pressing the whole shoulder girdle, stretching into the tricep. If you want more intensity, you can fold forward. If you want less, lean back. And if you want to do the bottom arm, you can. Take the other arm, flip the palm to face up behind you, and reach up for your shirt or your pocket, or not your pocket, but your shirt or your other hand, whatever's there. You can fold forward, or you can stay up high. Breathe. But you don't have to do any of this. When you're ready, slowly unwind. Maybe twist the arms a little. And then we're going to take this top shin, just slide it all the way over for cow face pose. So eventually the knees are going to stack, kind of like the blades on scissors, but it does not have to be right now. Again, keeping both feet really flexed. You can hang out here. If the knee is way up in the air, also fine. Again, you can always sit on something to help. If you want less intensity, this is already intense enough, you can kind of pull the heels closer to you. Just make sure you're not sitting on them. Both sits bones should be on the floor. If you want more intensity, you can pull the feet out and away from you. And you can hang out here, or again, you can press down, you can forward fold. We're going to skip the arms for this one. Breathing here. And you might feel this more on the back of the leg, like into the glutes, into the hips, in this area, maybe a little hamstring action too. All right. To switch out sides, we're going to be really gentle. We're going to press into the floor super slowly, coming on up. Lean back a little bit. Let gravity help you unwind the legs. Really gentle, nice and slow. And then the left shin is going to come down in front. So we're doing the same thing on the other side. Other shin parallel with the front of your mat. Foot is flexed. And then right ankle comes on top. Ankle's on top of the knee. Knee is on top of the ankle. Breathing here. So again, you can sit on something. Knee can be kind of high. It can be pressed down. Just make sure both of those feet are flexed. When you look down, you'll see that triangle. If you can see the bottom shin, push it away from you. Couple breaths here. Again, arms. So whichever knee is on top, take that arm, flip the palm all the way up towards the ceiling, and then pat yourself on the back. Take the other arm, press the elbow down a little bit, and you'll really feel that tricep stretch. Ooh, this side might be really different. Make sure you can breathe, so free the neck. And then take the other arm. If you did it on the other side, flip the palm up behind you and reach. This side is different for me. It'll probably be different for you. Maybe easier, maybe harder. Who knows? Couple of breaths. Again, you can bend forward. You can sit back. Slowly unwind, nice and gentle. And then second half of this series of poses, take this top shin, slide it over for your cow face pose. And you might need to adjust your seat. Just make sure both sits bones are on the floor. Flex those feet. Flex those feet. Again, if you want more intensity, move the feet out and away. Less intensity, bend the knees a little bit more. Just make sure you're not sitting on your heels. You can stay here. Breathe. You can forward fold. Just make sure you're staying with the breath. Taking a deep inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing the breath. Noticing how you feel. On your next exhale, press those hands down into the mat gently, making your way to your seat. And again, take that top leg and lean back, gently unwind. Take your time. This is a really intense leg stretch. Breathe in here, and you can bring the knees together, and maybe you do a little twist here by hanging onto both knees, and the other side. And then make sure you got enough room behind you. Grab your whatever you're going to want for Savasana in the next few minutes. Inhale, reach the arms out in front of you. Exhale, slowly roll onto your back, bringing your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Maybe you make some circles with the knees, massaging the low back. Settling the sacrum. And then if you want, you can take a little twist here. Maybe you crisscross the legs, or you just press through the feet, lift the hips, move them to one side, let the knees go to the other side. Arms can be out by your sides, up like goalpost arms, down by your sides, or just folded over your torso. Just try to keep both shoulder blades on the mat. You don't have to do this twist if you don't want to. A quick one to lengthen everything out. Mellow times. When you want to switch sides, unwinding, circling the knees back into the chest, give them a squeeze. Press to the feet, lift the hips, move them to the other side, let the knees fall to the other side. You can bring a pillow between the knees. You can cross the top leg over the bottom, bottom over the top, whatever it feels good. Again, just trying to keep both shoulder blades on the mat. And allowing yourself to kind of melt here into the twist. And you can stay here as long as you want. When you're ready, gently unwinding, circling back center. You can grab the outside edges of the feet for happy baby, lengthening one leg and then the other. If happy baby is not your thing, you can bring the soles of the feet together, hang on to the ankles, press the hips into the mat for reclined down angle, with the goal of just neutralizing the spine here after those twists. That's all this is for. And then as you're ready, slowly and gently making your way towards Savasana, take rest. Maybe you grab a blanket. You can get all cozy. You can roll up the blanket, bring it underneath your knees to support your back. You can bring your mat to the wall and bring your legs up the wall. You can lie on your belly for a front line Savasana. Or you can always take a seated meditative pose. I'll just ask that you stay with us till the end of class so that we can close out together. Wherever you're at, let your bones grow heavy, allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm, letting your awareness fall back in space. Maybe you do a body scan, starting by bringing your awareness to the tips of your toes, and then slowly bringing that awareness upwards, all the way through the crown of your head, noticing sensations along the way. Are you tensing any muscles? Can you soften your hands? Unclench your jaw. Can you unfurrow your brow? Can you soften the space behind your heart? Just giving yourself this time to take rest. Noticing what becomes available as you make space for rest, for peace, for stillness. Keep coming back to the breath again and again. Inhaling and exhaling, taking rest. Slowly start to bring the breath back into your body. Maybe you wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Maybe you reach your arms up over your head for a long line stretch. Take a deep inhale, fill up. Open your mouth, let it go. One more time. Fill up anything you're holding on to. Open your mouth, let it go. Gently bend the knees. And bring the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. Maybe you make some circles, massaging the low back. And then when you're ready, gently rolling onto one side, making a pillow with your arm, and just allowing your awareness to come back into the space. Taking this moment before you return to your day that's just yours. And as you're ready, with your head heavy, maybe even with your eyes closed, lengthening that top leg, pressing that top hand down into the mat, and ever so gently making your way to your seat. As you make your way to your seat, just notice what feels different, what feels the same, what's the tone and texture of the mind, the quality of the breath. And then all together as we inhale, reaching the arms far and wide and tall. And as we exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. Bringing your attention to the space around your heart, all the way around, front, back, top, bottom, side to side. And see if you can soften there for just a moment. Bringing your hands to your forehead as a reminder of kind thought. To your lips as a reminder of kind speech. And to your heart as a reminder of kind intention. Bowing forward, acknowledging all of the teachers in our lives, seen and unseen, but especially the most important teacher, the inner teacher. It's always there to access. All we have to do is drop in. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice with me. I hope you feel good, and I will see you next time.